Listen, sometimes you just meet people in life, you instantly know they're good people. Lee Haberkorn is definitely one of those. He is a host on Virgin Radio. He's a mental health advocate, and I'm very proud to say personally that he is a dear friend. Lee Haberkorn joins us now. Hello.
So good to see you, like always.
Always a pleasure. And I was thinking about just your character and your personality going into this interview. I was like, what do I want people to know about Lee? And it's that you are, first of all, you're very present and you're very engaged and you're always looking to give back and to help others, largely due to some of the own struggles that you've had yourself. So tell us, you're involved now in the You Matter movement. What is this all about, Lee?
Well, so it all kind of started exactly what you said is I had a lot of hardships earlier in my life, all self-induced. I mean, it was all in my head. It was all poor life decisions. But I had a lot of ups and downs, and I know I struggled with a lot of things as a teenager that I hope no one else ever has to. Those insecurities, those fears, just being hard on yourself. And so my friends at the Friendship Circle started this You Matter movement about a year ago. And I've been doing talks in schools for about a decade, talking to high school and elementary kids. And we just kind of started discussing maybe we could come together to make a really much bigger impact. And it's been absolutely amazing so far.
Okay, I want to hear more about it, but I feel like I got to go back just for a quick second on you still being hard on yourself, because that was interesting to me. You said that it was your own doing, basically, that it was self-induced, and okay, you made some poor decisions, but at the root of those decisions was your mental health was not in a good state. So I don't think it's fair to blame yourself.
It's not, but it's funny because it doesn't matter what position you're in life or what advantages you grew up with. We all had the same insecurities in high school, but the truth is we didn't talk about them. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So that's what I'm seeing is these things of, I remember vividly being in high school and thinking I wasn't skinny enough, funny enough, tall enough, nice enough, good looking enough, smart enough. Like I was never enough, but I never told anybody. That's what was going through my head all the time.
Well, because you think you're the only one. We all felt like we were the only one feeling that way about ourselves. So I guess that's why this is so important, the You Matter, the idea that you're not the only one feeling this way, and that you have so much that you bring to the table. Everybody has things they don't like about themselves.
Everybody. And every time I go into schools, it's funny, I tell the same story, and it's not even the kids that connect with it only. I see the teachers around the room shaking their heads also. But do you remember that feeling like going into English class and realizing it's the day you're going to be reading out loud collectively? Exactly. And so all of a sudden, I'm not paying attention. All I'm worried about is, okay, there's 10 people ahead of me. Everyone's reading one paragraph, and I'm flipping forward so I could practice what I'm assuming I'm going to read. And that was overwhelming to me. But I never told anybody that.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, like, some kids do that and it's nothing to them. They do it without even thinking twice, but other ones get in a total tizzy, and it can be, not just ruin their day, but ruin their sense of self-worth and self-esteem. So how do you break that cycle? Because in that moment, you're not going to stand up in class and say, I'm having a really hard time over here. I'm freaking out. I don't want to read in front of everybody.
And that's it. Listen, I go into schools and I never, even when I'm supporting a friend or a family member in whatever struggles they're going through, I never tell anybody what to do, but I just think it's so beneficial to share my story, my insecurities, my path in life, because that was never shared with me when I was a teenager. I never saw somebody that I felt like I connect with tell me they've been in that same place that I felt so alone in.
Yeah. And
so like every time when I was in school, it was always like a professional coming in a suit and tie and talking about whatever today's topic was. And even when I go into schools today and I ask the kids, first question, be honest, when you heard we were doing a workshop on mental health, did you roll your eyes? And they all say yes, but then they realize that I'm not some professional coming in. I'm a giant tattooed teddy bear, and I don't look like the other people that are coming to present at their school.
Right. And so you feel more like one of them, and that in turn gets them to feel like they can open up about things.
Exactly. I'm super aware that I'm on the tail end of maybe still being cool to that generation. I'm getting a little older. But
we won't talk about that, okay? Because I'm older than you, so we're not talking about that. We're still cool. We're still cool.
But the tattoos, the job I have, my larger than life personality, I try to capitalize on that to be relatable to them, because I wish somebody would normalize talking about our feelings, back when I was in high school.
Yeah, I feel like we've come a long way, and yet there's still so much farther to go. There's so much more work to be done. My daughter's going to be going to high school next year, and I find that transition for them too. It's just, and they really truly feel like they're all alone. So, okay, so You Matter, you're going around to all the different schools. Well, how many schools have you been to, and how many do you intend to go to?
So we only started, kind of this school year, and November was the first school that we went to. I've done 7 speaking engagements in about, 5 weeks.
Holy moly.
We have another 7 booked for the first month of 2024. And along the way, kind of, we're building this thing to try to reach as many people and help as many people as possible. And I came up with this wild idea, Natasha, that within 5 years, I want to speak in every single English high school in and around Montreal, and then elementary schools.
Oh, you can totally do that.
Could totally do that. And what I'm asking these kids to do is pretty simple. I have a goal that I want to make the world a better place. And I might be a little naive for thinking that I could do that, but I know I can't do it alone. And working with these kids, trying to inspire them to normalize talking about mental health is so possible, because these little actions could go such a long way. And just holding the door open for somebody, and smiling at them makes that person's day better. So if we could add all these little things together, you and I can make the world a better place. And I know I sound naive and it might be a pipe dream, but I'm putting everything I have into this, and I know that we can make a difference.
And it's funny, I was a bit dismissive there, going, well, I know you can do that, but that's because I know you, and I know how driven you are, and I know you're going to show up at every single one of those schools and connect with these kids and make them feel like they matter. So how can people find out more? I know the website is youmattermontreal.ca.
Exactly.
What else do we need to know?
So you could go to our Instagram. We're doing a lot of stuff on there also, You Matter MTL. And it's just about if you're a teacher, if you're an administrator, if you're a parent, or if you're a teenager, reach out to your school and have them, reach out to us to book a workshop. I mean, it's funny because we still do get some pushback from the schools. Is we wanted to get in there. Last year, it was hard to get in. At least now, me being a public figure, it makes it a little bit easier, because they know roughly what they're getting. But just encourage your schools to reach out to us, because there's no downside to this. We're here to help the kids and try to inspire them and try to make your school a better, happier, more inclusive place. Because together we can make sure that everybody knows that they unconditionally matter. But we need to get in there.
I love this. I'm so glad that you're talking about it. You let me know what more I can do to support you. I'll let the people know the website is you, like the letter U, mattermtl.ca. And you can always find Lee on Instagram at Lee on Air. Hey, Lee, keep up the great work.
Hey, you matter.
Hey, man, thanks.
I love you, buddy.
That is Lee Haberkorn from our sister station, Virgin Radio, just down the hallway.